interest basis, you will generate £500 in each period of investment. So it might be every month or every year, so you'll get £500 return on your investment in year 1, and the same in year 2, and the same in year 3. So you're able to manage your returns. It builds on a very linear, in a very steady way. But if you think about compounding, what happens is that in year 1, the same 5% interest, you'll get £500 in the first year. In year 2, though, you'll generate interest not just on the initial amount that you invested, which was the £10,000, but also on the return that you generated in the preceding period. So it means that you are massively improving your opportunity to build returns much more quickly. Another example of this is, if you were offered, okay, let's run an example. So if you were offered £500,000 in cash upfront today, or a penny that will double in value every day for 30 days, which would you choose? So who's going to say £500,000? Don't steal my thunder. So basically, if you were to take the penny, by the end of 30 days, that penny would be worth £5.5 million. Which is crazy. Like, I've run the numbers several times to check that that's actually accurate, and it is, and it's because of compounding, so you can't sleep on compounding. The second point, inflationary environment, and again, Emmanuel alluded to this point, which is basically, you cannot outpace inflation in this country. The average cash savings account is only going to generate you an average interest of about 1%, when inflation is almost double that, which means that the 10 grand that you put in a cash savings account today, in a year's time will be worth less than the amount that you put it in for. So you can buy less. So therefore, we really need to keep an eye on inflation when you think about investing. And then the final point, hedge your bets. So this is not to slander cash or to say that there isn't a place for it at all in your savings and investment portfolio. Everybody needs to make sure that they have a certain amount of liquidity if there's an emergency. But once you've got maybe 3 to 6 months worth of savings in cash in the event of an emergency, then you really need to think about investing. And by hedging your bets, I'm effectively talking about making sure that you are well diversified. You're thinking about different asset classes, and as black people, that we're not just, again, thinking about finite resource like land and property. That is one stream, but that we think about stocks and shares investing, bonds, and different types of asset classes that might enable us to generate a return and ultimately boost our